of us who gathered here, and also we intentionally put out the Zoom parents, because this is another part of our audience here. Welcome to the International School of Tomorrow Parents Training.
Okay, good afternoon, dear parents. I know that we are always happy to see you when you come to our school, and we hope that you are happy to see us. And I hope that the information that we are going to present today is going to be useful for you. You know, school is actually a very big and complicated institution, and our activities are regulated by a lot of documents. In our school, since we promote the program of bilingual education, we present documents in two languages, in Russian and in English. And some documents are really very fundamental. And for example, today I would like to show you two really important documents, which is Parents' Handbook and Students' Handbook. You know, every time when you want to enroll your child to our school, you fill out a set of documents. And in that set of documents, you even sign up the agreement that you received a parent and the student handbook. And both of these books, you know, are being revised now, and we are going to print them and send a copy of each book to each family so that you will be able to read it through, because it's going to be very interesting for you. And first of all, I wanted to show, since you're parents, I wanted to show this parent handbook. And why it is very important, because if you read the book, you can always refer to the information which may seem interesting to you. And here you can find our mission statement. Here you can find information about our accreditations. And what is very important, and what is important to know for understanding of our system, this is information which is presented on page 8 of this book, and this is a so-called pace conversion. This is actually a fundamental page which helps you understand our system. As you can see, it represents the whole School of Tomorrow program. And started the 12th grade when he is 17 years old, and then graduate at the age of 18, yeah? And then each line of this table represents one grade. And you may actually follow your child's progress if you can relate the age of your child to the grade and then to the number of the books that he is actually finishing at home. Again, when you come to school, we always show this pace conversion. And when you are going to have your parent-teacher conferences, the teachers will always refer to this table to show whether your child is performing according to his age and he is on his academic level, or he is behind his academic level. So you will really understand our system very easily if you learn how to work with this table. So then there are a lot of other interesting things here, but I want to show you a student handbook now. You know, the main idea of the student handbook is to put together all the rules that we are trying to introduce to the students in our school. And since it's called student handbook, then students are supposed to read it. And when a student has a question, why we conduct this or that in this or that way, then they can always refer to the rules which are mentioned in this book. And our teachers in the morning, every time when they begin their daily activities, they may refer to this book, and then they review some of the rules which students may forget, because they keep forgetting either intentionally or unintentionally, but sometimes they state that they do not remember some of the rules, so that's why it's teachers' responsibility to review those rules from the book. Then another very important book that we use here at school is our school life book. Every year it's different, so in my presentation you can see the last year's book, and this year it looks green, but still it's the content is the same. And what is the idea behind this book? This is a kind of diary where a student can from where a student can get a lot of information, and also where you can see basically the main idea is to send homework on in a book which will not be lost, yeah? Because we used to send homework on a special homework slips, but then we noticed that many students lose those homework slips, and we decided to put them together in one book like this. And the book begins with a page with personal information. And why we request that the student fills out this page? Because it helps every student get an idea how to fill out their personal data. Yeah? And if they fill it out in this book every year, then they will know it in the future, what to do with their personal data. Then even in this book, you can also find our mission statement and some brief explanation about our school uniform, and also you can see the calendar. By the way, if you were not here at our opening ceremony, we can give out our school calendar. Does anyone need it if you were not on the first day of school here? So just raise your hand. Does anyone need? Miss Netlikin. So if you haven't received that calendar, you may get it now. Then, what is another interesting page in this parent handbook? This is a page with honor roll projection. So, what we really mean by honor roll? By honor roll, we mean the minimal requirement that a student needs to complete during each of the 4 quarters of this academic year, yeah? And that's why, since we have 4 quarters, we have 4 honor roll projections here. And again, if you want to follow your child's progress, you need to see the prescription on this slip and then refer to the child's performance or progress, yeah? You will see the numbers of the paces that the child needs to complete, and then you can check whether your child brings congratulations slips or he doesn't bring, and then you will know during parent-teacher conferences where your child is doing fine or not fine, okay? So, but you need to know that these yellow slips are very important, and your child needs to bring them home, and you will need to sign them in order to be aware what is the requirement for each of the 4 quarters of this academic year. Now, we also, we really appreciate if you communicate with us, and this book is also designed for maintaining this communication process. That's why when you see those pages, you can always put your comments, you can put your notes. If you want a teacher to know something, you can really leave your note on a required or related page or day of the week here. So please don't be hesitant to send a note to the teacher through this book, and also read, if just open this book every day and see maybe the teacher send a note to you about your child. Okay, so because it's not just for the child, it's also a means of communication between the school and the parents. And at the end, since you've got those calendars, I want to show that we have several important school events during the first quarter. And the first upcoming event is our Teachers' Day, an International Teachers' Day, which is usually celebrated in all schools and not only in Russia but all over the world. And then later on in October, from the 16th till the 23rd, we will have our week of National Flag and Costume. And this week we are going to talk about books. And we will send you additional information about that week because we also request your active participation in that event. Then, at the end of the first quarter, we will have our traditional Fall Educators Convention, which is going to last for 2 days on November 1st, on the 1st of November and the 2nd of November. And then, after vacation, there will be parent-teacher conferences where you will be able to meet with the teacher of your child individually and get information about your child's progress. And this is where you will discuss what was prescribed here for honor roll and what was really fulfilled. So basically this is it. Do you have any questions? Thank you very much.